Let's take you back now to that story and the report from leading climate scientists calling for coal to be phased out by 2050 to avoid the dangerous impacts of climate change. That recommendation has been rejected by the Morrison government, with the Environment Minister claiming the scientists behind the report are drawing a long bow. That's despite Australia's carbon pollution levels being at its highest levels since 2011. Clare Press is the sustainability editor-at-large at Vogue, and she's just written a book called Rise and Resist: How to Change the World. Clare Press, thanks so much for being here. Your book is about activism and the power of individuals to make a difference. So with that IPCC climate change report that was released yesterday, it found millions of people will be in danger if global warming is not stopped at 1.5 degrees. Surely the onus in that respect is on governments to do more?
Well, it is. It absolutely is. But I mean, the title of my book is Rise and Resist, and I think that we also need as consumers to stand up and demand better from our leaders. I come at this from fashion. You may think that's an unlikely route to activism, but in fact it's not. The global fashion industry is one of the biggest polluters. In fact, it's worth more than the whole of aviation and maritime combined.
And I want to get to the fashion aspect in a moment, but let's just stick with the kind of more traditional things that people think about when they think of the environment and what they can do to be more environmentally friendly. And plastics is an area that's been a hot topic recently. Is that an area where individuals can make a difference?
Look, we need partnership with government, with NGOs, with communities, but there is so much that we can do as well. When you look at plastic pollution, for example, it does start with us too. I mean, I would love to see some regulation from the government, but I'm passionate about trying to stem plastic pollution. We can make lots of changes in our own lives that really change the way that we're reviewing waste.
You are Vogue's sustainability editor-at-large. You mentioned fashion, ethical fashion. It's really come to the fore probably in the wake of the Bangladesh factory fire
Absolutely.
in 2013. What's changed in the time since that fire?
Look, I think we're seeing a lot of change when it comes to transparency in the fashion supply chain. After Rana Plaza, which killed 1,134 people and orphaned an estimated 800 children, we saw a kind of upswell of consumer activism. I join in with a charity called Fashion Revolution that's about trying to say to global consumers, we've got agency here. We can say to brands, we demand better. You need to understand who's working in what sort of conditions in your supply chain.